Has the stress of getting up in the morning and figuring out what to wear kept you up all night? Have you ever taken so long to get ready in the morning that you're actually late to what you have to do? Even with the stress that comes with the idea of getting ready for school in the morning, many schools do not require a specific uniform to be worn. With schools having a set uniform, that stress would be relieved and bullying based on clothing would go down. After years of attending public school and after hours of research on this topic, I am strongly confident that I can discuss the ideas of school uniforms being a more common practice than they are today. First, I will discuss why schools should implement school uniforms on a daily basis. Secondly, how the uniforms will cause an overall better environment for both the students and the teachers. Lastly, I will explain that with the changes made to public school uniform policies, the school system would be a much better place for everyone to learn. The idea of what to wear to school is so much more than just an outfit of the day. It can determine confidence on how people see you, on how you see yourself, on how you just take the day. First, I'd like to give you a little background on what the school uniform policies really means to a student. Deciding what to go to school in can be one of the most stressful things for students, not because of what the outfit is, but because of what people will think of you. Clothing is a big problem due to bullying, and the feeling of being less than or having students focus more on what people think than their actual academics is an overall problem in the United States and just daily general, even for college. Uniforms show pride in the organization as well as bringing everyone together under a whole idea organization. According to Chloe Spencer of The Guardian back in 2013, uniforms show that you are part of an organization. Wearing it says that we are all in this together. The use of uniforms help to break the social gap and help people intermingle more freely. According to Natalie Regoli of connectusfund.org, in 2018, she states, "The way you dress usually directly says what clique you belong to, such as goths, jocks, nerds, and so on. If everyone is dressed the same, it can take away the need to put a label on a person and the tendencies to just stick to your crowd." Uniforms can help students save money, not just by buying outfits and keeping up with the constant fashion trends, but uniforms can also help students challenge themselves to express their own ways other than just in clothing. Maybe an earring that you can wear, or maybe even an art style or a hobby. Now that I have discussed the problem of uniform schools, the second point I will discuss will be the causes of the students themselves. Students, teachers, parents have all agreed that the use of uniforms actually reduces the risk of bullying or discrimination in schools, making it a better place to study and learn. According to studies taken by TrueText in 2017, 7 out of 10 students admitted wearing a school uniform helps them fit in. While children are less enthusiastic about the merits of school uniforms, nearly 7 out of 10 other students admitted to having it help them fit in and make more friends. Basing yourself off of clothing alone makes it hard to make friends. The ability to not be able to afford new clothes can also affect a person's self-esteem. Studies show clothing mattered more to people in school and work environments than it ever mattered in a leisure state situation. According to Catherine M. Daters of Sage Journal, adolescents acknowledge clothing comfort as being more important in social school situations than leisure. They reflect limited differences in importance of clothing comfort in social or school situations. Implementing uniforms can also make it so that there is no need for a dress code. Everyone's wearing the same thing, then if you don't follow that rule, repercussions will happen. So I've discussed the problem of not having school uniforms across the board in public schools. Secondly, the causes brought to you by not having these uniforms and what they do daily. Now I will discuss how to stop these social problems. With much of bullying based on style or group uniforms being worn would create overall better outcome for the school day, having uniforms, that is. School uniforms are a normal practice across much of the UK, with studies showing that uniforms are worn in almost every secondary school in the UK and a majority of primary schools, ranging from anywhere from a blazer and tie to just a casual polo tucked in. According to Carly Saber of SmokeSignals.com, where she interviewed Rachel Berman, who attended a school with mandatory uniforms, she said, "The uniforms contributed to a more sedate, professional feel that I like. I think I made it easier to focus in school. With the first-hand experience we see in students and how they actually feel about wearing uniforms, we see that many of them have actually agreed that it did help them fit in and or make friends." School uniforms will actually help middle and lower class families as well, due to the fact of not needing to fit in with the uniforms, or possibly in lower class neighborhoods not being robbed for your clothing. Many students claim that the time spent in the mornings figuring out things has taken away from academics. So with uniforms being worn in the morning, you actually have more time that you are able to spend on academics and bettering your school career. Now that I've gone over all the different things, the problems, the causes, and the solutions of school uniforms, I hope that we can keep a more open mind and think why school uniforms are actually a good thing. Appreciate it. Thank you.